Hello, here's another video on the maintenance of a Ducati Multistrada. This is a 22 model. So going to do a oil change today. So I just came back from an Appalachian trip. It's about time to do an oil change. So I do have the guard here. So I'm going to loosen these two bolts. This here on the other side, there's another one. I'm just going to get it out of the way. I'm not going to remove it fully. And then I have all the tools I need, including the oil I need. I have 5 quarts. Actually, it only takes 4 and point something. So that point something, you can get it loose, right? So I just bought an extra bottle. Other than that, I have the genuine filter, the crush washer, and the O-rings for the filter cap. I have the Allen key. I have the socket to remove the oil drain bolt. Then this is a tool I got to remove the oil filter cap. You'll see it when I get there. Um, it's hidden behind the guard, but that's the oil filter cap. Yeah, it's difficult to see. So this tool helps remove it. Now there's other ways to do it without the tool too. You just keep tightening the bolts, um, and that should pry it open. But since the tool was available, why not just make use of it? So this is my first oil change. Actually, the previous ones were done by the dealer. So all right, away we go. So I'm going to loosen this. Once I get to the oil cap, um, I'll start again. All right, so I removed the guard fully. It was easier to do that rather than just drop it. Now this is the oil filter cap. As you can see, it has 3 bolts. Once you remove it, that the filter cap needs to be pried out. That's where the tool comes in handy. So that would be next. And while I'm doing that, I'm also going to drain out the oil. Where's the yeah, it's right there. um, let it keep draining out, let it flow. I already warmed up the engine, so it should be good to go. Oh, it's a little hot. um, but yeah, so let it drain, and then while that's doing it, let's get to the filter. Okay, so I loosened the oil drain bolt, so the oil should come gushing out. Now that's a 14 mm socket. I'm going to keep the pressure while I'm okay, have enough clearance here. Going to keep the pressure, and boom, good, I had some clearance. Yeah, the oil is it's about done, so time to change it out. Now this end is a magnet that attracts some of the shavings. I don't see anything concerning here, so looks good. I just have to clean it up, and of course always replace the washer. The kit came with one, so I'll just replace with that. Oh, come on, get in there. All right. Now this is just my personal thing. I'll always wear gloves, which is touching chemicals like oil. Your skin is porous, so there's a chance it might just get into your skin or whatever. But whatever, I'm just talking for myself. Do whatever you want. It's a bit frothy for some reason. Maybe it's because I just ran the engine to warm it up. Anyway, so now the next part is opening up the filter cap. Okay, so the oil is it's still dripping, so let it drip. So I attached the tool. I removed the cap. Oops, I'm sorry, I've not removed the cap. I just removed the bolts. Those are 8 mm bolts, 3 of them. So once you remove the bolt, you just thread this tool in and give it some pressure. I can do it with one hand. So give it some pressure. It'll twist open. Then you can remove it. All right. So the cap is off, and you can see the filter already. And there was some good amount of oil that just came gushing out. Now with this tool, all you need to do is once you get the screws locked in, just wiggle back and forth like that. And while you're doing that, apply some forward pressure, and that slowly comes out. And once it gives way, it just comes out fast, and all the oil comes pouring out. So just watch out for it. But other than that, this tool is it's great for this type. Perfect. So I cleaned it up, got rid of all the old oil. Now these are the O-rings that needs to be replaced. There is 2 new ones that come with the kit. So just pry it open with a needle nose plier or whatever you need to do. Get these 2 out and put the two in. Make sure you soak the new ones in a new oil, right? So they don't stick to the engine. Very important, you soak the new ones or just apply a dab of new oil all over the new O-rings. So that's that. And now the filter should come out. There's nothing to hold it. Let's see. Yep. So that's the filter. Yeah, it's time to change it out. Now there's only one way it can go in. So this locks into the notch inside. I couldn't see it. This end is closed off, this end is open, so you know this is the way it goes in. There's only one way you can put it in. All right, time to throw this away and get the new ones going. Now I need both hands to do that, so I'm going to pause the video. Once I'm ready to install the new one, I'll continue. Alright, so I got the bike on the side stand. It was in the center stand while I was working on it. Most of the oil got drained out, so I put it in the side stand and see how much extra oil came out. You see that? So it's a good idea to do that. It's still dripping. So about a quarter or less than a quarter of a quart came out from the side stand. So I'm going to let it drip, and when it stops, then start reinstalling the filter and the drain bolt. It's all ready to go. That's a new crush washer. I put on the new O-rings. That's new oil right there. So what I did, I bent the O-rings a little bit like that and soaked it into the bottle, took it out, did the other side, and installed them. So they are good to go. So whenever the oil stops draining, I'll put in the filter, which is still inside this box. Right there, right there. So when I'm ready, I'll take it out, put it in, close it up, and then the oil fill port is on the other side of the engine. So once we're done with this side, we'll move to the other side, start pouring the oil, check the oil level. Now to check the oil level, I'm going to put it back on the center stand. Cold fill, run the engine a little, rev it up, let it circulate, and we'll recheck the oil level and we'll refill or top it off as required. So that's the plan. So waiting for this whole thing to start dripping. Alright, so most of the oil drained out. It just started dripping every couple of minutes or so. Um, so yep. So I still need to put in the drain bolt and install the oil filter. The bike is back in the center stand, and this is the new filter. Now it does have this rubber bushing or boot, whatever it is. So since it's rubber, I'm going to put a dab of new oil on it. Make sure my fingers are clean. Alright, that should do it. Just a dab, since it's rubber. Alright, get in there. That should do it. It's probably unnecessary, but I'm a stickler for perfection. Alright, so let's do this. Oh, there's oil still dripping. Okay. And you can feel it, and then you stick it in. That's it. I'm going to give this a clean. Yeah, let that rag soak it up. And now it's time to put in the oil filter cap and the drain bolt and tighten it up. Next stop is to go to the other side and start throwing in the new oil. Alright, so this side is finished. The oil drain bolt is installed. The oil cap or the oil filter cap is installed. Now here's the technique. When you start to install this oil cap, that with those two O-rings, it's not going to go inside. So just push it enough that these threads catch, and then slowly tighten them in turns, giving them equal distance, of turns, so the cap goes slowly inside. Don't give too much turns just for one nut that the cap goes on one side, right? Give equal turns for all the threads slowly, and the cap will go into place. Don't tighten this too much. Just enough is good. I don't know the official torque for these, because next time you have to remove, if you over tighten it, it's going to be a pain. Same thing for the oil drain bolt. It's usually less than well, I don't want to give any random numbers. You can check the manual. So that's it. So this side is done. So now all that's left is to do is fill the new oil with all these oil bottles I got. So start pouring them into the fill port, and the fill port is on this side right there. So I'm going with the same oil that Ducati recommends, which is the Shell Advance, that one. Now the oil change interval on the Shell Advance is 9,000 miles. So it's not like we are doing it 3,000 miles, so I can skimp on it. No, I'm not skimping on this. Now next time I might go with the Motul, whatever that brand is, but I might just stick with the Shell Advance. It's no big deal. That's it. So very simple procedure. I'm going to remove this quite tight. So once I remove this, I'll throw in the 4 quarts. Check the oil level here. It has to be between these two lines, I believe, and even if it is at the top line, that's still okay. Don't overfill. It takes roughly 4 quarts and a little more, maybe 0.25 quarts or something more. Since we tried to drain it fully, put it in the side stand and letting it drip, it should take a little more than 4 quarts is my assumptions, but we'll see. That's pretty much it. An oil change on a Multistrada V4S. Thanks for watching, guys. Later.